Mostly a little bit, you know, obviously rotten and wet on the bottom, but it's just the bottom. There's actually, yeah, it's surprising how good the hay is on the inside. You see his visual ID there. It's got T on the end of it, which indicates he's a twin. Perfect timing, they just made it up the top of the hill. Like those rams have been on that sort of most of winter, and for that to still have the amount of feed that it's got is, yeah, I think that's manta ryegrass, that stuff. It's an Italian ryegrass and not very nice stuff, so I don't want to be near it. What are you doing? Cool. Little frost this morning. Where's your ram? Oh, here they are. Look at this. The other side of the paddock. And this one belongs to this one. But anyway, good morning everyone. What is happening? Just came down to check these, and I might have to shift the cattle which are in the other paddock here into this one. I'm just going to go for a quick look around here and see how much feed's actually here. These sheep will have to be moved soon too. This paddock's going to get hit with some urea to yeah, locked up for hay. So all the ewes down here are finished lambing. So we're probably two weeks off finishing at home as well, so like all our ewes except for one mob, so that'll be good. Things are starting to move now. We're starting to get some warm days, and grass is just, yeah, raring to go, so it's exciting. My favourite time of year, coming out of winter and into spring and seeing everything shoot into life. Plenty of lambs on the ground, and yeah, it's just a good time of year. So what are we, the 12th of August today, so nearly at the end of winter. Well, there was a good little frost this morning, so still hanging about. We can get frosts pretty late, but it'll still get to 15 or 16 degrees in the day. Just having a look. I want to hit this paddock with some single super phosphate as well. It hasn't had super in since we've owned it, but since we're finally getting ahead this year, yeah, we're going to throw 250 kilos of single super at this paddock and another paddock here. Yeah, see the clover shoot hopefully, because clover loves sulphur. It needs a bit of sulphur and phosphorus. That drives a fair bit of clover production, so if we can get double rate, the normal rate's usually, well, maintenance rate's about 125 kilos to the hectare, and we're going to double it because we haven't had, well, I haven't put super on here in the what have we had it, 4 or 5 years I think it is now. We've budgeted to hit it with double rate, so we're going to try and do it if we can in the next 4 to 6 weeks. Yeah, it's sort of August now, end of August into September. Is a good time to be putting fertilizer out, so just when the grass is short, you can see everything. Oh, well, I suppose that's coming from a contractor's point of view too. I'm going to people's places and they got grass up to your hips. You don't really want to be driving around in that because you don't know the paddocks. But yeah, for your own place too, it's just good time of year because grass is generally short and you can see everything, and it just and everything's just waiting to spring into life. So when it does warm up and take off, it's all the nutrients it needs is sitting there. So but yeah, you saw Dad. I've been away for a couple of days on the weekend, and Dad got bogged yesterday, so we had to go up and pull him out in the old ute this morning. So it is wet, it's wet, which is another thing driving grass growth at the moment. She's yeah, full profile, so according to the moisture probe. So yeah, we'll have to mark these lambs the next couple of weeks now that they seem to be all finished. Come on, Colour, what are you doing? Dogs. I'm just come down here to load a bit of hay. The stack, you may be able to see the blue bales on top of the hill over there. I've got to, it's too wet to get across this paddock here. This is some hay that I made a couple of years ago for a fella, and I took half of them, and he just hasn't used them, so he's decided to sell them, and I said I've got people that'll buy them, so I'm taking a load about 45-50 minutes away now, but I had to bring the tractor down here to load it, and I've just got as you can see, the trailer there as well, and I'm just going to take 5 bales at a time back and forth. We'll get 28 on here, so yeah, that's what I'm at now. They're obviously a little bit, you know, obviously rotten and wet on the bottom, but it's just the bottom. There's actually, yeah, it's surprising how good the hay is on the inside. These bales have been sitting outside for 2022, so nearly 3 years. Well, that is 3 years, isn't it? I can't remember if it would be the start of 22 or the end, I can't remember, but yeah, and still perfect hay, like perfect on the inside. It's just one of the advantages of round bales. You can sit them outside if you don't have a shed or run out of room. So yeah, there's nothing wrong with it apart from might be sort of 10-15% wastage maybe at an estimate. If you knew you were going to sit them outside, you'd probably make 5-foot bales, and then there's less wastage on that. There's more good hay in the middle, if that makes sense. But no, these are all right. Here, push him up. Steady, Carly, steady. Sit. $240 grams that fella's been doing. He's a twin. You see his visual ID there. It's got T on the end of it, which indicates he's a twin. He's by the same ram as the last one. He's been doing 240 grams a day. So he's probably a bit of a standout, this one, because he is a twin. Put him in a good weight. But you see his overall average daily grain's not real great though, 170. So maybe not so much of a standout. Bigger ones. 250 grams a day, he's not thin. Grams that fella. Paddock kill. They've actually been a bit of a standout in terms of growth grams per day, the paddock kill ones, to be honest. Well, he's not a female, that's for sure. So when I let him go too, I'm just having a bit of a look at him to see what, like, I saw his father on the indicator obviously, and I can see his father in that ram. I'm just assessing them, just seeing which sires are breeding well for us. I roughly know already. You know, looking in the structure of their feet and their hindquarter, teeth, toes, and, well, there's no tits on these, but that's, yeah, the 3 T's. Their head, making sure they're not too woolly. Our sheep in our country have a winter generally. The rams usually have a bit of a woolly face. Just the country, I think, and then they clean right up when spring comes, and for whatever reason, their faces and their points clear right up on their legs and things. That is one thing I like in sheep, is clean points. Just less wool around their balls and their, yeah, face and legs. What's going on here? That's not gonna work. Back. Push him up. Hey.
Brothers and sisters all don't want to stand up so tall.
So just a quick average 81.9. Oh, there you go. Average is 170 grams a day, which is nothing brilliant, but middle of winter, it's not too bad. And then, yeah, maximum was 330 grams and minimum was, well, there was a couple. I think sometimes, obviously, if they were weighed last time and an animal jumped on it and it weighed it while there was 2 animals on there, and that's where because I almost guarantee none of them have lost that much weight. So I'll just let them wander up behind me. I'm going to go check some ewes. So perfect timing. I just made it up the top of the hill. In this case, just while I'm thinking of it, I'm gonna record this, what we did to them today in AgriWeb. AgriWeb's just really good for record keeping, so if we ever get audited for whatever reason by LPA or someone, we can bring up these. You can literally just hop on the computer, and in 2 or 3 clicks you've got all your data, all your records of what you've drenched, all the batch numbers and all the drenches and even chemicals and stuff you put on the paddocks, fertilizer, everything. You can, I might be able to show you here a bit better. I've been this year, or the past couple of months, I've been trying to record whenever I go into a paddock doing a feed on offer. So you can see the paddock that they're in. If I go to grazing here, you can see the feed on offer there, 1700 kilos of dry matter per hectare. It's growing about 8 kilos, which is probably a little bit conservative, but for that stuff at this time of year, it'll be ramping up now. It's probably more like 12, 10 or 12.
with this warmer weather the past week. But target residual 1,000, so the actual feed on offer is 700 kilos. But yeah, you can see the stocking rate in DSCs. It's, yeah, very powerful tool. The more you put into it and use it, the more it's going to give you back in terms of record keeping. At the end of the year, you can pull up all these reports on the computer and just actually get stuck into your stocking rates and paddock carrying capacities, and see which paddocks are actually performing really well, and which ones, like that paddock they're on, is a pretty high performing paddock we've found. So yeah, and you can see how many days those rams have been on there, and still the amount of feed. Like those rams have been on that sort of most of winter, and for that to still have the amount of feed that it's got is yeah, I think that's manta ryegrass, that stuff. It's an Italian ryegrass, and yeah, it's done really well. I think we'll be sowing that again next year. Right, I just got down to the Lucerne here, just to just give it a bit of a winter cleanse. A bit late, but it is what it is. Just got some spray seed and Euron in here. Just going to clean up a lot of the weeds that are in here and just let the Lucerne come back and get ahead. Got some fertilizer coming next week for it as well, so I'll hit it with that when there's a little bit of rain coming, and yeah, it should be good. For whatever reason, you might be able to see up ahead of us here, there's actually a heap of serrated tussock that's coming here as well, which I haven't seen. You get one or two, I've sort of seen one or two over the 4 years that the Lucerne's been in here, but all of a sudden there's just, you might not be able to see them on the GoPro, but all of a sudden there's just all these serrated tussocks come up this year, so I'm going to have to come back down in the spot spray and spray them. They're very advantageous, whether they're coming because there's the Lucerne's getting thinner and there's bare ground, and tussocks will just, yeah, they're like that. There's a heap of seed in the ground probably, and from the years before we farmed it, and then now that there's a bit of bare ground in the Lucerne, they're starting to come back. But yeah, it is a bit like that. Serrated tussocks are a bit like that. Like some years you'll get them pop up everywhere, and then other years they just won't show up at all. So it's a bit strange, but anyway, we'll come back and get rid of them. This will probably be the last year that we actually farm this, or have this Lucerne, and this 100 odd acres the next paddock down, just because it's new owners have taken over and they're wanting to do stuff with it, which is fair enough. So this will probably be the last time we cut it for hay. Look at putting another couple of paddocks into Lucerne probably, and yeah, I'm still not sure whether we'll do any at all, to be honest. We might be better just, yeah, haven't decided what we're going to do yet, but we'll make use of it while we can. There's 10 hectares, and there's only 24 or 5, so not even 100 acres here that we're losing. We're losing some of the hill country at the back here, but it's all pretty light sort of country. Just run a few merinos on there. You couldn't run crossbreds or anything there, it's just too light to do that. So that's mainly bush, steep and bush. So it's just this front 100 or 90 acres that is actually quite productive, just off the creek here. Nice creek flats. But yeah, that's our place right there. The next paddock's ours. It's just a place that boundaries us. Just filled in a couple of wombat holes on here too. While I was waiting for Dad, he just brought down 300 more litres to finish this paddock off. It's 10 hectares obviously, so add 100 litres to the hectare, need 1,000 litres, and this is a 700 litre tank. So
he just brought down 300 litres for me and we mixed it in the paddock, which is easy. I would put you on the boom, but this chemical's not very nice and I don't really want to get out there and put this anywhere near the spray. Yeah, it's just not very nice stuff, so I don't want to be near it. You're seeing, yeah, I was wearing a mask and, well, no, I might not have filmed that, but I was wearing a mask and gloves to handle this stuff. But anyway, guys, I just got home. I just had to go and move some sheep and then, yeah, go for a look around the ewes. So I might leave that one there. Hope you enjoyed it. If you made it this far, thanks very much for watching. I appreciate it. And with that, we'll catch you in the next one. Alrighty, see ya. Bye.